Welcome to a spiritual and common sense approach to marriage with Dennis and June Martin. I'm Dennis Martin.
I'm June Martin.
This is June Martin, and we are so happy that you've joined us today as we're going to share something with you that I know will bless you on today. You know, we have been married how long?
42 years.
42 years. Can you believe we'll be 43 this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been married and we've been together for 44 years because we dated 2 years before we got married. And so we've got a lot we can share with you and say. And today we just want to share some things with you that I know will be a blessing to you. So do me a favor. I need you to like, share this with somebody, and I know it's going to bless you. Well, we want to talk to you today. You know, many times we talk to couples that have been married for a period of time. They've been married for a while, and then we talk to those sometimes that say, I'm on my way to getting married, I'm engaged, and can you give us anything? Can you say anything to us that will help us? And, you know, sometimes you don't always have that. We were blessed when we got engaged to get married that we were able to sit down with I think during that time, was she the supervisor?
Yes.
What Mother
Hensley.
Mother Hensley sit down and talk with us, and we've had others that talked with us and shared with us concerning marriage, because you got to remember, we were young. We were not 25. We were not 30. I was, 18, about to be, I was 18. And then I turned 19 just before we got married. And you already what?
19.
You already 19. And so we were both coming out of high school. And there were those that say, y'all too young to be getting married. But we were just so in love. And so we went on and did it anyway. And we got married. And what I want to say to those of you that are on your way to marriage, you're planning on marriage, you're engaged. You know, sometimes people say, you know, you don't want to marry this person because they don't have anything to offer. They don't have anything. And I know maybe in some instances that may be true. But I do want to say to those of you that are on your way to that and you're looking, let me encourage you, because sometimes what you see now in the person may not be what you will end up and where you'll end up being. Because I have to admit, and Lady Martin can tell you, when we got married, I didn't have anything, did I?
No, neither did I.
Well, you had a job at Bell South.
Yeah.
You were making some pretty good money back in that day.
Yeah.
But I didn't have anything. I was traveling, and I was staying with my uncle. And when I married you, I didn't take you to a house. Well, not my house, because I didn't have a house.
Right.
I had a basement. And you were so in love with me, you went to the basement with me.
Yes.
Yeah. And she went to the basement, and tell them what you did in the basement eventually, because we only had that one room. What did you end up doing?
Opening up a wall and would make it in 2 rooms.
Uh-huh.
And decorating it.
You made 2 rooms. Hey, we had like a little suite down there.
Yeah.
So she did that. And I didn't have anything really to offer her, but I can tell you now the Lord has blessed us to come to where we are now. And we've got more now than we had then. And so sometimes you start off and you don't always have a lot of stuff. It is just what it is. You may not have a lot to offer, but if you work together, you can obtain it and get things. And that's what we did. We worked together, trying to get things that we had. And sometimes we did it piece by piece, didn't we?
Yes.
and I remember when we finally did move, we moved to a townhouse. And when we got to that townhouse, I was you thanking God. Yeah. You know, every lady wants her own place.
Amen.
She wants to be the queen.
That's right.
Of her own place. And so we moved to this townhouse, and one of my things was, you know, I think I was probably scared. I didn't have no faith. What you think?
Yeah, you didn't have it.
Oh, okay.
But I had enough for you.
Oh, so you agree with me that I have no faith?
Right.
You actually throwing me under the bus on this thing, telling folk I have no faith?
You brought it out first. I'm agreeing.
Well, you're probably right, because
your pastor had to tell you step out.
Your brother, my pastor told me I need to step out.
Yep.
Because I was sort of afraid, because I was like, how am I gonna pay the rent? I don't want us to be outdoors because I had an ideal situation where I was staying at my uncle's house. We ain't have no rent. I think we only paid one bill. What was it?
The
cable bill, and that was it. And so then we had Lena.
Yes.
And Dia was born there too.
That's right.
So we had 2 kids, and we were down there. So we finally moved. So what ended up happening was we moved to this place, and it was $500 a month.
Yeah. It's a lot of money back then.
That was a lot of money for me. And I was moving, and we only had a bed, a dresser. We had 2 beds and a dresser, and we moved to this 3-bedroom apartment. Was it 2.5 baths or something? And we moved there. And so what ended up taking place was the lady says $500 a month, and this was, I forgot what year that was. This had to be 86, 87 or further. And I was like, okay, well, we're going to go on and sign it. And I had no idea how I was going to pay this, but I tell you something. The Lord blessed me to be able to pay that rent every month, even ahead of time.
That's right. And
we were able to get some furniture in the house with sofa and stuff and other beds. And even got during that time, we had flat screen TVs now, but we got a TV that was a, what was that?
Floor model.
The floor model TV. And I happened to be at the pawn shop and picked it up and got that floor model TV. And then eventually we moved to the home where we are now.
But when the apartment came through, you wanted to stay over at the house another night, and I was like, no, you stay, but I'm gonna go and stay at the apartment.
And that same thing you did. That same thing you did when we got the house.
Yes.
Me and DL stayed over there cleaning up, and
right.
y'all left us over at the apartment.
Amen.
I mean, just abandon us.
I'm sorry. I knew you were coming.
And so we did that. So we moved, and we were blessed. So I want to encourage those of you that say, well, you know, we don't have a lot. You may start off with not a lot. You may start off with 1-bedroom apartment. You may start off with 1 car. Matter of fact, we didn't even have a car.
We did.
No, we didn't have no car when we moved to that townhouse. We eventually got one, but we didn't have no way to get around.
I didn't have the Ford Escort.
No, we didn't have that at that time.
You remember I got the Ford Escort at the house, 1209.
I know, but we didn't have it when you moved there. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Well, then that's been what 40-some years ago. I don't know. I can't remember. Sometime what happened last week, so I can't remember what happened before. But anyway, we sort of like, you know, those things worked out for us, and so I want to encourage you that it work out for you. Now, let me say this: over the years, we've grown. Over the years, we've learned, and we've grown together. And so what has taken place is we sort of learned each other over the years. And so this is what I want to leave with you today. As couples, there's a spiritual and common sense approach. We know that we are spiritual and we do things in a spiritual manner, but then we also take the common sense approach stuff. And one of the things that I think that has messed a lot of couples up is they don't take the time to learn each other and to recognize and learn each other likes and dislikes, because there's some things you may like about your spouse, then there's some things you don't like about them. So you have to use spiritual approaches to pray and ask God for wisdom how to deal with it. Then the common sense approach is, if you're going to say something about it, have a decent civil conversation where y'all can talk about it and discuss your likes and your dislike. And you don't have to go to divorce court to do that. You don't you don't have to fight to do that when you're trying to discuss stuff like that. We've had some likes and dislikes. Okay, she's looking. What is it that what you don't like? Tell me what you don't like.
When you're playing this music that just does not encourage me, then you play it from the time we get in the car and get out. Then you pick it back up when we're returning.
You don't like my music?
Some of it. You should be considerate and say, "Do you like this?"
Well, I know you're a singer and all, but you don't like my music. I be playing stuff that's inspirational,
No,
stuff that it.
no, 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 no. Mm-mm.
What? I mean, what do you mean? No.
These music, you be having these tape recordings of these choirs or revivals you gone to or something,
Yeah.
and you think they can really sing and stuff. So you want me to hear it, and I've heard it. I heard it the 30 years ago when you played it. But you don't have to get back in the car and blast it now.
So you're not gonna leave me because I played the bad music, are you?
No, I won't. I'm gonna do what I did.
What you did?
Sit back there and endure.
What you mean you endure? I didn't. You know what? I never really knew that you didn't like it like that. Now I'm learning something new, and I've been married to you all this time. That's great music to me.
Okay.
That quartet, that
Oh.
slapping your thigh, you slap your thigh kind of music. You don't like that?
Some of it I don't.
But some of it you do, because you'll take my music, what you
Not
say
all
you,
of it.
some of it you say you don't
Not
like
all
it,
of it.
then you'll take it and start playing it all over the house.
No.
Yes. What else you don't like?
That's one of the main things.
It got to be something else. What else? Tell me.
No.
Tell them what else you don't like.
No.
You got one more thing you don't like.
No.
Tell them. Go ahead, tell them.
You tell them what you don't like.
I can't think of nothing.
Really? Really?
I'm like on the show when they're on Family Feud. Steve Harvey said you take an X. See, that's
smart.
That's wisdom. Common sense. You don't say everything, cause some things you just take an X. You be like, I'm good, cause it may come back up later. The other day we were talking. You said you didn't like so and so, and you be like, did I say that? Yeah, you said it. And what did you mean by that? So I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We don't want to do that. So. Just beautiful inside and out.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, just look,
Thank you.
Radiant. Just
Okay.
go right ahead.
Oh, thank you.
But we've learned each other, so I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna close. Show them some of your looks you give me. So when it's time to do certain things.
Why? Because if I'm giving it to you and they watching, they know that I'm giving you a signal.
But according to where you at. But just do one or two of your signals so I can my response to it. Just look at them a certain way, like you be looking. Go ahead. That right there, that look right there, that mean cut it off. I tell her that's a pace look. I was gonna be looking at me. Don't be doing me no pace look. I want a Martin look. Show them teeth.
Cut it off.
All right.
The preachers love the mic, and they don't know how to dismiss and just let the mic go.
You don't like that? You don't like when I hold the mic a long time?
No.
Why not?
We're ready to go. Like we almost missed our reservation today.
Yeah, but that's because you didn't tell me that we had. You
I
told me
told
we had reservations, but you didn't tell me what time they were for. So, see, that's communication. Listen, ladies, if you want us to do those things, you must tell us about the reservation and what time we're supposed to be there so we can do that. When you don't tell us, and then you say we're about to miss our reservation, how I know we're going to miss it when you didn't tell me? Did we make it?
Barely.
Oh, okay, here we go. All right. Anyway, y'all.
Driving 10
What
behind the car.
But it was trapped. Oh, okay. That's the last thing you got to tell. Tell them what you don't like when I'm driving.
Behind these slow cars, and he would not go around. Go around.
And you don't like me driving behind trucks.
No.
And you don't
He
like
want to get behind an 18-wheeler with all these clear lanes.
And you don't like me riding against the wall.
No.
You don't like that. I know some things you don't like, and you don't like me riding behind a truck or a car that may not be pleasant to look at.
That's
and you be
ugly.
like, get behind this ugly car.
Right. We want to be behind prosperity if we got to be behind anything.
Oh my God.
Beautiful. Looks beautiful.
You know what? You are funny.
Thank you.
You should have your own reality show.
Okay.
You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The June Pace Martin reality show.
Do it.
I could be a guest guest on it every now and then.
Okay.
You can do it by yourself. All right, y'all. We're going to go. I pray us just having this dialogue has blessed somebody. Keep fun in your marriage. Keep excitement. Somebody thinks, well, how do I keep excitement? This is how we do it. We do this all the time. This is not. Put
You
your hand
told
down.
me 10 minutes.
This is not just for the camera. This is for. Be quiet. You stop that. This is not just for the camera. This is for us all the time. And so we do this all the time. So thank you so much. Listen, I want you to join the channel on YouTube. I'm going to put something on the screen that's in the description. Join us on Linktree, because I want you to click and join our spiritual and common sense approach to marriage. Then also I want you to connect with us, that whenever we drop a video, whenever we're doing something, we can reach out to you through email or through text messages to let you know that we're here. You can email us at dlmjpmsr@gmail.com, and you can email us and reach us today.
Hi, I'm Lady June Pace Martin, and this is an invitation to those of you who are married, single, or planning on getting married to join our YouTube channel and Facebook group entitled A Spiritual and Common Sense Approach to Marriage with Dennis and June Martin. Come on, join us as we share with you 42 years of wisdom nuggets. I know it will be a blessing to you. Join us today. We look forward to seeing you real soon. God bless. Can't imagine.